Happy New Year!
What is wrong with her? Does she not know it's the middle of the year? I think she's crazy.
Yay!
I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, welcome to my channel. I'm Kopano Shimange, and this is How I Do Things. The show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things, and I can take it as entertainment, use it as advice, take it, don't take it, use it, don't use it at all, darlings. Listen, do what you will with it, okay? Do you know why? You know why? Because moi. No professional whatsoever. I'm here on a Monday, giving you energy. It's not a new year. It's not actually a new year. It's a mid-year reset. I love doing mid-year resets because I just feel as though the middle of the year is a good time for you to just reel it in, pull yourself towards yourself and just reset things and just get a new fresh feeling and start from the year. Whatever the past 6 months have been, you're just like, listen, it's fine, it has happened. I shall feel zero guilt about what has and has not happened in the past 6 months. We have an opportunity to reset, get our act together, and still make this year the best year we've ever had before. So whatever has happened, leave it, dump it, get rid of it, and just start afresh. I love mid-year resets, and if you do too, then this video is for you. I'm about to give you 8 things that I love to do in a mid-year reset that you can do as well to completely refresh yourself and refresh your mind in a way that could make you feel like you are going to be so successful this year. This is the year for change. This is the year for things to become so much better for you, and this is how we're going to make it happen. Number 1. Move something, declutter something, make a huge change in your house. Physically, something that you see. A lot of people like to do spring cleaning. A lot of people like to move things around, move the bed from that side of the bedroom to the other side of the bedroom. They do a spring clean. They will like move furniture around. I've got an aunt who just loves doing that stuff. It's like, okay, the TV used to be there. The TV is now there. And this is just for mentally, it just does something for people, but it really does. It has been proven that having a physical change gives you a mental change as well. It signifies that big change that is happening. So if you really want to have a milestone in the beginning or the middle of the year, move something, declutter something. But if you're in a house like me, I hardly move things around. We are quite minimal. So what are we going to declutter when we've already decluttered everything? So I like to declutter and deep clean one area of my life where I know that this area doesn't get deep cleaned often. So it may be my office cabinet, or my favorite, which is not my favorite, but it's my husband's favorite, is my toiletry cabinet in my bathroom. Now I have my own section. It's got all the hair products, all the beauty products, everything. And I hardly declutter this place. Yes, I clean, we clean regularly, but declutter, deep clean. You know, vinegar, bicarbonate of soda, and just remove the things that you're not supposed to have anymore. All the expired things that if it's 6 months overdue, remove it. All of that stuff, shift it out. And that deep clean that will take you 30 minutes to an hour, when you know that you are wiping everything that you own, that you hardly ever wipe your facial stuff, wipe them down, all of that. Once you've done that, you feel so refreshed. Or even if it's your wardrobe that you haven't unpacked and repacked all over again, do it, because that will really signify this mental change for you, and it will really help you to just put this mental milestone that is the middle of the year and I'm resetting. Number 2 is to actually take the time to mentally acknowledge that half of the year is gone and a new half is on its way. This is when I love to pull out my journal. So I just got myself a new fresh, smell it. I got myself a new fresh copy of her daily success journal. This is my journal, which I created, darlings, and it's available. We ship all around the world. All you have to do is click on the link below to get yourself a copy of her daily success journal. And I've got a special discount code for you if you are watching this video. So I like to pull this out and to set myself an intention for the next 90 days, for the next 60 days, and just to recap on my goals, and just for the next week. right? What I want you to do is just to acknowledge that, babe, half of the year is gone. He's gone, he's not coming back, okay? He's gone. So we only have 6 months left to the year. However, for the next week, I just want to be observant of what I like, what I don't like, what I want to change, what I can change, and honestly, what is outside of my power to change. I can't change that my boss is a PP, but I can change how I respond to him, yes? So those are the things that I just want to acknowledge for the week. The things that I've passed and the things that I'm seeing now in my life, that in the next 6 months, I'd like to change these things, or I'd like to just change my perspective on these things, and just to write them down in my journal as a goal for what I'm going to do for the next 6 months. Number 3 is to breathe life into your goals. I love the saying, breathe life into your goals. We all have so many goals, whether we wrote them down or we didn't. At the beginning of the year, we had expectations for what this year is going to do and what it's going to bring for us. And now we're halfway through. We need to build up, take out those goals, look at them and breathe life into them. Many of us let our goals die because we don't interact with them often. We don't get to see them often. We don't read them often. But you are the only one who can breathe life into those goals. So take them out. Take your goals out in her daily success journal. Look at them. It's like, okay, cool. I had said that this year I want to do this. Look at those goals and reevaluate whether are they still even relevant for me. Like, honestly, I wanted to marry Thabo, but Thabo's not the one. He's not the one. Reevaluate those goals and really realign yourself with the ones that matter, and make a commitment to yourself that over the next 6 months, I'm going to breathe life into these goals by looking at them, but also seeing what action can I take to really bring these goals up, to plant the seed and to grow it over the next 6 months. Number 4 is a huge one. Forgive yourself for any guilt or any fear that you have about this year. Guilt and fear are prisons of our own making. These aren't things that people gave us. These are things that we've created in our minds, and we're the only ones that can kill them, and we're the only ones that can give them power. If you feel guilty about anything that has happened in your past, anything that has happened in the past 6 months, it is something that you are carrying around. It is something that you have created. If you believe that Jesus died for your sins, then hello, then they are gone. They have been depleted, and the mercy is on you every single morning. You're the one holding on to guilt. You are the one choosing it, and you are the one giving it power. So write it down and forgive yourself for it. Write it on a piece of paper and freaking burn that thing. And fear is also a prison of our own making that we have about our future. The future has not happened yet. We do not know what's going to happen with the job application that we have. We don't know what's going to happen by Christmas. Why do we have fear about it? It is something that, again, we have created for ourselves. And if we want to free ourselves from that prison, we have to remove it. We have to relinquish those things. Because if we don't, then they will continue to have power on us. But it is power that we give those things by choice. Now, once I've done all of these things, I've forgiven myself about the past, I removed the fear about the future, I've breathed life into the goals that I thought I wanted for the year, I finally move on to number 5, which is to set a new 90-day goal. This is why I love her daily success journal, because it keeps me focused on 90 days. Why I love 90 days is because it's not too long. It's only 3 months, and it keeps me focused on something that before the end of the year, I know that I can still do something about it should I not have achieved the thing I wanted to achieve in 90 days. So setting yourself a 90-day goal is something that you know that even if I don't achieve it in 90 days, I've still got another 90 days to try and make it happen. It keeps you focused, it keeps you aligned, and it means that it's more measurable because it's a shorter period of time. It's easy to measure 12 weeks. It's easy for you to go back and see what you're doing. And it's easy for you to actually stay focused on something for 12 weeks as opposed to trying to stay focused on that thing for 24 or 26 weeks. So focusing and narrowing things down to just 90 days gives you that power in your hands, keeps you enthusiastic and motivated over the next 90 days. So if you have not tried it before, try and set a goal for 90 days only. Yes, you have year-long plans, but just try and say, this is what I'm going to do. This is my action plan for the next 90 days. And I'm just going to focus on that. And by the end of the 90 days, I'm going to see how close or how far I am from it. And then I can reset and go again. So number 6 is something that I really love to do, especially when I want to have a mindset shift. And that is to choose a book, usually in the personal development realm, or a book of somebody who's well studied. I really love books about very specific topics, like Quiet by Susan Cain, and I probably mentioned it a lot of times, where it's about introverts versus extroverts, and basically how people can become trained extroverts, and how it's okay to actually be an introvert in this world, and that you can actually be successful as an introvert. So books like that I really love. Focused topics. I really love it when somebody goes and dives into a topic, asks other people for their opinions, looks at studies, looks at papers about that thing. That's the type of book that I like. So open your mind and shift your mind by having a book project for the next 6 months. Look, some people go through a book in a week. Other people do not even finish one book in a year. So if you really want a mindset shift, choose a book that you know is going to do amazing things for you. Maybe you can get Audible, which is something that I really love to use, and I've left a link for you in my description below of some of my favorite Audible books. Books like Atomic Habits, I've got Michelle Obama's book, I've got Barack Obama's book, which is like 25 hours. A Return to Love is also an amazing book. So all of those links are in my description down below. And maybe try it as a great way to shift your mind by getting new information and a different perspective on your life or someone else's life. Number 7 is one of my favorite, which is to keep the energy by having a new playlist. Create a new playlist that you would turn to every single time you want to keep the energy about the goals that you have for the new year. I really love having new playlists. We have a new playlist as a couple that we keep on building and developing, and I love it. I'll share my Spotify list with you below. Join Spotify because honestly, it's the best. And finally, number 8, which is to expand your mind and your thinking by continuing to grow yourself with podcasts. I really love podcasts because they are focused on specific topics. So if you want to hear success stories from someone else and life stories that they've learned, if you want to listen to podcasts about wellness, if you want to listen to podcasts about starting an e-commerce business, if you want to start a podcast that has information about history, you can find those podcasts. I've listed some of my favorite Spotify podcasts down in my description down below, which you can then listen to as well. Listening to a podcast is such a great mind opener, and listening to other people's voices about things that you are interested in is such a great way to expand your mind and expand your thinking, and to get your mindset shift to stay motivated and stay in the lane that you want it to be in. All right, my honey, that is my mid-year mindset shift that I have been doing over the past week. And I'm going to continue doing it this week as I reset myself for the new 6 months, you know, the new mid-year, new year that I like to have. I hope that you'll be joining me. Let me know in the comment section down below which point stood out the most for you and which one you will be applying. Do you have a new year mindset shift? Yes, no, maybe? Coming soon is a Chalete Tuesday video all about how you can do a mid-year money check and how I ended up saving over more than $1,000 doing this mid-year money check. But until then, beautiful people, I'm Kopano Shimange, and this is how I do things. Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for making it right until the end. Now if you have not subscribed to my channel, click on this button right here and feel free to binge watch. If you want a copy of her daily success journal and you want the discount code, it's in my description down below. All you have to do is click on the link and you will be sent to my store. You'll get yourself a copy of the journal and we can reset together. Until then, bye.